was gonna say, it was kind of rude.
What?
You just throw them when you're done with them. Like, I brought my AirPods. I'm happy you weren't using those.
I wouldn't throw AirPods. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Those are just like the cheap ones you get free with the phone 5 years ago.
I have like, yeah, prior to the Lightning port.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I have like 3 more pairs of those ones because no one wanted them. And I was like, give me them. Because laptops always take, 3.5 millimeter.
Yeah, dude.
I don't always want to use my, wow, it got so quiet in here. I don't always want to use my AirPods. When I'm working, it's easier too.
I use wireless headphones for everything.
Well, whenever I'm on calls for work, it's easier to use the wireless ones just because, like, if I take one of the AirPods out, it can just make it, like, different, like, on the call. Like, it'll change the call to not be through the headphones. It gets really annoying.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah. And some of my calls can be hours. I don't want them to die.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's actually really fair. If you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, this is the PS Pony podcast, where once a week, every week, me and my best friend Ron get together to bring you all of the PlayStation news that you need to know about. But more often than not, it turns into just general video game news. Like today, we do have some PlayStation news to get into towards the end. But a lot of the news today is just about the video game industry. But more specifically,
first-person shooters. Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to skip the whole what have you been playing section of the podcast because I already know what
we've been playing.
Ronnie, how has your endeavor with Vanguard been?
My endeavor with Vanguard's been great. If you know anything about me, my favorite COD character is Mason from Black Ops, and my favorite thing in the world are the Northern Lights, and Call of Duty was so gracious enough, Raven Software, and I guess Treyarch, we're so gracious to make a skin with both of those things in them. You have to get 100 on the battle pass, and I knew it was a thing, but I was tired of Vanguard. I was not playing multiplayer on Cold War, and the multiplayer on Modern Warfare gives us issues. Random uninstalls. It's really weird.
Just randomly uninstalls for no reason.
Vanguard dropped, and wow, I liked it a lot. So I have been nonstop grinding that freaking game. This weekend was double battle pass XP weekend, and I didn't get the time I wanted to play it, but I'm almost level 70, and I think there's like 16, 17 days left in the pass.
Yeah, I think I am 70 something, not more than 75 though, like between 70 and 75, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
I'm loving Vanguard so far. It's a great bop of a time. We have experienced a few issues with the game, but overall, I mean, compared to Cold War, I think it just capitalizes on so many aspects. It's a lot better. That I feel like Cold War just really didn't.
It didn't hit it for us.
Yeah.
I think as much as like it could have.
Yeah. One thing I will give Cold War up on it though, I think the adaptive triggers were a lot better in Cold War than they are in Vanguard.
Yeah, but I think they used the feedback people gave on adaptive triggers in this game.
I agree.
I don't expect them to be as strong in next Call of Duties.
Yeah, because that's kind of the thing that I noticed is like with semi-automatic guns, there's times playing Cold War that my finger would get kind of tired. What I wish instead they just they put it in the settings, or if they want to like be like more customizable, give you another like gunsmith option, just adjust trigger pull, how hard you want to have to pull the trigger.
Yeah, I think that's just gonna be something that wouldn't be for another COD or two.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But it definitely is a lot less stress on the finger for semi-automatic guns. I do miss the power when I'm firing an automatic gun, though. I will say that.
Like an LMG.
Yeah. I do miss that because now it's like it's just not really there. So what I thought for a second, but I ended up finding out that this isn't the case, was depending on. I thought that if you had like attachments that controlled recoil and accuracy, that actually lessened the kick on the trigger. But nah, that's not true. It doesn't do that. So
yeah. Also, as a side note, we are back in my house because I had to commute to my house today for work.
Yes.
So you might hear the puppies in the background. Apologies, but yeah, I'm just really liking the multiplayer. We've just only been really playing the house and Champion Hill, just being complete assholes in it. Let's be honest. Zach, myself, and Greg have gotten good enough to the point where we don't need to buy lives, and we just hoard our money. I don't upgrade my guns at all. I keep them gray, and I save up all the money.
I at least upgrade it once, get a sight on it.
So I honestly started to like the iron sights on the Owen gun enough.
Oh, really? The Owen gun? Oh,
I've
wow.
been,
Okay.
because I don't know, I played a whole game and realized I didn't even upgrade it.
That's fair.
But then last round we have enough money between the three of us to all buy flame knot suits, and then we just switch to game chat and then just laugh and then kill everybody like assholes. They're definitely gonna have to increase that to like at least $10,000.
Yeah,
for that,
I'm sure we'll see it.
That's ridiculous. They're gonna have to increase that. And one glitch I really hate cost me a solo game. When I was facing 3 different people once because my 2 teammates backed out. There's a glitch where your money just won't increase visually, but it won't let you buy anything except upgrade your gun, and it's the most infuriating thing.
Okay, I haven't had that. Were you with Aaron whenever that happened?
I've been solo. I've been with Aaron. I've been with Greg when it's happened. I've actually done one with you in a game. Yeah, it happened, and it's really frustrating because all my teammates backed out. Because the trick when you play with one person versus 3 people is they don't know your 2 teammates backed out because they're still on the leaderboards when the round starts. Yeah. So they're hunting. They're thinking we're camping. I'm surfing around the entire map, picking everyone off. Yeah. And you don't run out of lives. They do. Right. So I wanted to buy a flame knot in the last round because they had just as many lives as I do, but I couldn't. It said $800. I couldn't even buy anything above a UAV and armor. So I couldn't buy any guns. I had to stick with what I had. Yeah. And I whittled them down, and then the timer ran out in the first round. We had to play another round, and then I just got absolutely crushed.
Yeah, I bet.
It sucked.
Yeah, that's really upsetting. We also, speaking of like glitches and stuff, me and you found this one where the bombing run. Whenever we get the bombing run ones, we've been playing. We've played a decent amount whenever it launched of like just different modes and different maps. But lately, this past week, especially because it was double Battle Pass XP, we've been playing Das Haus, which is basically the shipment Nuketown.
It stands for the house if you translate it to English. If you didn't know.
So yeah, we've been playing that a lot. Me and Ron found that whenever we get a bombing run, I don't know if this goes for other kill streaks, but there's some type of glitch that if we get the bombing run once, it doesn't allow us to get it for the rest of the game after that, even if we get the kills for it. So for our other kill streaks, it seems like it'll skip the bombing run, doesn't let us have it. Sometimes I've had it let me use my Juggernaut and dogs, but other times I've had it where it just doesn't even let me use anything.
Yeah.
So
it's a weird kill streak glitch. This is tied to like the bombing run a lot.
Right. Exactly.
That bombing run is so broken. It's so good. Dude,
it's crazy.
It's crazy good.
It's absolutely bonkers. Also, there was an update like in the last day or like two or 3 days ago. They adjusted the amount of XP you get in weapons, so that's actually slower now that you can level up guns, which I think is annoying.
It's a bad look.
It's just like I feel like right now, especially with the new Warzone map coming, it is like just grind time to like level guns up. And you know, I know for me, like I just leveled up the 3-line. I got max level. Actually no, that's a lie.
Do you like that more than the Car 98, or have you only been using it because
I've only been using it because the Operator XP, which honestly the Operator XP is broken too because the
progress bar is like broken.
Yeah, but I don't know if what I'm worried about is I don't know if the progress bar is broken or if it's actually not tracking everything it is, because like I feel like, or unless because the progress bar is broken, I just haven't, it just like hypothetically say, so I'm 2 ticks away from getting Paulina max leveled, right? So maybe if the progress bar is broken and it doesn't actually register, like maybe it registers that I have the XP, but because it doesn't show it on the progress bar, maybe I'm just consistently playing with Paulina, even though I technically already have her at level 20, but I didn't unlock the skins or anything because the progress bar is like stuck at the moment. Because like I said, I like to you in the like when we were playing yesterday, you know, I was like level 16, played an hour-long zombies game, was still level 16. I was like, oh, this is gonna be tough leveling this character up. Then I played 2 zombies matches and I was level 18. So I was like, I don't know how this is working.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it sucks with the XP. And I am starting to get like at least leveling up the 3-line. It just got to the point where I was just like, How? Like, how is this gun still not like level 70?
There's like 70 levels in it.
Yeah, well, especially because when the game first dropped, when I was playing with the automation, I only played with the automation that night, and then the little bit we played the next day, and I have it at like level 50 or 60 something. Mm-hmm. And I've put a lot more time and I would say XP into the 3 line, and it just didn't get there quick enough. So that is annoying. I do hope they fix that. I don't know why they would reduce the amount of XP, because I feel like the quicker you level up guns, the more likely you are to like try other guns, you know?
Right.
So,
and just not have to just be stuck. They just want you to use the double XP tokens.
Yeah.
You know.
But yeah, overall, multiplayer is great. I'm having a lot of fun. It's like, it's weird to describe, but it's very similar to Modern Warfare, but it's more fast paced. Mm-hmm. It's not as there's something about it that I just feel isn't as good as Modern Warfare. I still think Modern Warfare's multiplayer is a better multiplayer. But I really can't pinpoint exactly why I feel that way or what it is about it. But overall, I think that this is leaps and bounds better than Cold War, and definitely a multiplayer that I'm fine with being like my Call of Duty multiplayer for the year.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, this could be the multiplayer. I think I'm gonna stick to it a lot. Like, if it's like Modern Warfare was fun, but like once Warzone dropped, that's all we played. I didn't really touch multiplayer that much, but I think I'll still play multiplayer even when this new map drops. Which, speaking of, Zach, a little bit of news about the multiplayer, or sorry, the new Warzone map is this new map that we're getting. Mm-hmm. That's gonna be the only one. No more
Verdansk.
Verdansk.
No more Rebirth.
Yeah. Sucks about Rebirth.
You know what? I think they will bring Rebirth back. They'll have their own like version of Rebirth Island, because I think too many people love Resurgence for them just to completely drop that.
It's quick play.
Style.
It's quick play Warzone.
Yeah,
it's the best.
Yeah, I think it's too good for them to do, for them to completely axe it out. Mm-hmm. I don't know. So that being said, I don't know what they're gonna do in terms of bringing things over from Cold War and Modern Warfare. It's mine and Ron's assumption that they will, because they have to. You know, like,
they have to bring the skins back.
You know, imagine how many people dump so much money into those skins and weapons.
If they do not give me my Mason skin after I've grinded probably like 50 hours on this pass, I'm gonna be super PO'd. Yeah. I'll still play the map, but I'm gonna do it with a frown on my face, with a nice scowl the entire time, just wishing I had the skin that I grinded for. I don't see why they wouldn't bring it back. I think it's stupid to not, like, you know, in Fortnite, every character and skin prior to the maps changing, you've been able to keep using. So
yeah. Actually, in this article talking about updates, Rebirth Island will remain live during this time.
Good.
So, yeah.
So yeah, thank goodness, because I like that map. It's always like a nice break from like your normal Verdansk. Whenever you just wanted to play like something else, but you didn't want to play multiplayer, you still wanted like the Warzone style battle royale element.
Yeah. And there apparently will also be special features to the game if you own Vanguard.
Special features?
That's all it says, just special features.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, and okay, I'm sorry. We should read the rest of this article. There was a whole set. Whenever it got in that picture slideshow, I thought it was the end of the article. No. There was more. So some details about this is Call of Duty Warzone Pacific will fully integrate with all players' progression items and loadouts. Expect all of your operators, calling cards, and more from Black Ops, Cold War, and Modern Warfare to stay in Warzone, as well as cross progression and seasonal prestige, said Raven. So yeah, we're going to have all that stuff. This also means your level will reset to military rank 1 within all games, Raven said, but this only applies to XP. All content you previously unlocked will still be available. Additionally, all of Warzone's original vehicles, including ATVs and other Verdansk-era modes of transportation, will carry over into the Warzone playlist. And they have a quote here saying, "Your pink anime truck isn't going anywhere."
Thank God.
So yeah, so that's good. That feels good. Thank God.
Yeah, thank goodness.
But so just some more news about Verdansk. On December 30th they're gonna have a Verdansk what's it called? Event. They're gonna have a Verdansk event to kind of transition into the new map starting on November 18th, and that will go from November 24th. And then November 30th and December 1st will be a special event to close out Verdansk. I don't know what's going on. They didn't say. But yeah, so I'm assuming it's going to be just like the classic hop in at this time and do the event thing.
Right.
So I'm actually very interested to see this one since Verdansk is, getting taken out back.
Actually getting taken out back.
Yeah.
It sucks I won't be able to get my 100 Verdansk wins, but what are you going to do?
Yeah, I'm curious to see if like that record just stays like a solid number and they reset like for Pacific.
I hope they really I don't think they'd remove the number. I don't think that makes sense. But if they're getting rid of the map, I can see them just continuing the number if you win.
I hope they reset it, but I don't. But like
as its own category.
Yeah. So like yeah. So that way it's like there,
But that might take too much work. So I can just see them plopping in and saying, all right, hard reset to 0, which I doubt. Or they will just keep it, because it just says wins underneath the category of Battle Royale. So, it kind of sucks, but what are you going to do? I'll get 100 wins on there at some point. I'm just so tired of Verdansk. So I'm happy a new map is coming, and I'm really hoping this map is good.
I agree, and I hope Warzone is its own. They don't throw it into Cold War or Vanguard, like how they originally did it with the first Warzone with Modern Warfare.
Oh, like it's its own separate launcher?
I
hope so too.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be so annoyed if it isn't.
It's
keep it in the thing where you have, for whatever reason, when I load up every Call of Duty, I see every Call of Duty that's ever been made since Modern Warfare and Warzone, but like, please just give it its own icon.
Yeah, I want it to be its own app, because I just want to uninstall Modern Warfare or whatever, because I don't need it on there anymore. I want that gone, and I'm tired of the file size being absurd.
Yeah, so. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have all that stuff to look forward to. So yeah, Ron, you haven't played the campaign yet, have you?
No.
Okay, so I have played the campaign. So just real quick, I really liked the campaign. I thought it was very fun. I think it had the like cinematic polish that Modern Warfare had with their campaign. All the characters are very interesting. It told a pretty cool story. I do have my own little like issues with it. Like it's primarily told all through flashbacks, which I'm just kind of like, it's cool the way they do it, but it's also like, I kind of wish it was more like in the now, But yeah, overall, each character you play as has like not abilities, but just like has more utility to them. So like the Paulina, she's like kind of like the sniper character. She moves incredibly fast when she's crouched, and she can even crawl under like desks and things like that. And she can do takedown. Well, everyone can do takedowns, but she's more geared for it. And she can like climb buildings and things like that, like actually climb them rather than just mantle over them. Lucas, he can hold every type of grenade, so you can throw all the grenades rather than just having one. So that's pretty cool. And each character has like their own little ability or whatever that you can use, and yeah, really fun. Trophy wise, however, this game does so far have 2 very annoying and very difficult trophies that gave me a pretty solid headache. Other than that, all the trophies are great. I've loved them so far. I haven't cracked too much into the zombie trophies, so I'll keep you guys updated on that. But yeah, I love them. I love the campaign. Not as good as Modern Warfare. Leaps and bounds better than Cold War. But that being said, Cold War didn't have a bad campaign in any way, I don't think. But yeah. And then Zombies is good. We need more content for it.
I think it's mid. Yeah. I wouldn't go as far as say it's good.
I feel like mid and good are kind of the same. You know?
No. If someone says it's mid, I'm like, all right. If someone says it's good, I'm like, oh, okay.
Fair.
Yeah.
So just quick other Vanguard things. Apparently there is a glitch going on where you can get the mastery camo in this game. It is called Atomic. It looks very similar to Damascus, except like it moves. And it's like more
dynamic.
It's dynamic, yeah, but like
Colorful.
I guess it's more red. Yeah, but it has like more of a reddish to it rather than having like, I feel like Damascus was very crisp with its like different colors. This one's more blended in together. So there is a glitch going on. According to this article in Polygon, it basically consists of you continually hitting no camo in one of the camo options. I think it was patched because when I read this, I tried it and it didn't work. So yeah, I'm assuming they patched it. I don't know if they removed the skin from people who didn't actually legitimately get it or not. I hope they did, but yeah. So that's a cool little thing. And of course,
the last bit of news,
Activision and is doing great with Vanguard. It's a great game, fun game. There is some more issues going on with it, in the sense of them just not really being the best company at the moment.
Insensitivity.
Yeah. So apparently in the zombies map, there are papers scattered all over the floor in one place, and if you zoom on it with a sniper scope and read it, it says something in Arabic.
It's scattered pages of Quran.
Oh, is it? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so obviously very disrespectful.
Yeah.
You know, like same thing as like throwing a Bible around and stuff like that. So yeah, so that is going to be fixed. Something like this did also happen in Modern Warfare 3, I believe. Or no, in Modern Warfare 2, actually. Yeah, in 2012, Modern Warfare 2. I guess in Favela, there was something on one of the walls in the bathroom that said, Allah is beautiful and he loves beauty. Which was, I guess, a quote from the Prophet Muhammad that I guess is offensive. I'm not sure.
Allah doesn't have a depiction.
It was just a quote.
I know.
Unless there was a picture of him, too.
I think I don't know much about Muslim culture, so
neither do I. So,
but
like,
I believe in the culture. Allah just doesn't have a facial like depiction or anything. You like should not depict Allah.
Yeah, you're not allowed.
That's why it's
like,
saying like that's they don't want it in.
Well, I think it's just a quote.
It is a quote. It doesn't matter if it's a quote. You can say a quote that's a very bad quote, but doesn't make it a good quote and okay to write in the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
all right. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not here to judge and say things are or aren't offensive.
We're also very ignorant to this.
Yeah. I know very little about the Muslim religion. So, yeah.
But also, if you are tired of the Call of Duty cycle every year with new games, Halo Infinite multiplayer has dropped today. Still in beta, but you can level up the Battle Pass system. It is free to play, the multiplayer, so you can kind of start with your Season 1 a bit early before the main game drop happens in December when the beta is done and the full release is ready.
Yes, getting great reviews so far. Mm-hmm. We do not have an Xbox.
The beta did great.
Yeah.
Better than Battlefield's. So.
Yeah, it's really funny. I remember all the memes earlier in the year saying, like, Call of Duty is going to die and Battlefield's going to kill it.
That happens every time a Battlefield drops. It's always back and forth.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I figured it was just because
Battlefield's like the main COD competitor. And
I mean, if it's competing right now, I feel like it's losing really bad.
I think it is. Yeah. Battlefield hasn't done well. Halo is just always
Halo?
Well, like critically acclaimed.
Yeah.
So everybody's just going to love Halo naturally.
Right.
But I don't think enough people play Halo to kill COD because it's on a single platform. Well, I guess multi-platform, just not on PlayStation and Switch. But even so.
Yeah.
But Halo multiplayer out now. Go play it. I might try it. I doubt my computer can run it, but we'll see what happens. It's free to play. You can just get it on Steam. I'm sure there's maybe Epic's Game Store. Maybe, I would assume. I don't know. But in other news, instead of first-person games for shooters, we have third-person games with shooters. Rockstar's GTA trilogy released. I honestly thought this was going to take longer to come out. I didn't know it was coming out when it did.
I really haven't followed much about this at all. I didn't even know it was out whenever.
Well, they did terrible.
Yes.
Rockstar didn't do it's not even a remaster. What are they called? The definitive edition. That's what's pissing people off the most too.
Yeah.
Rockstar didn't handle that. It was like another company that did it. And from what I read from Young Ya, I watched on YouTube, it wasn't actual people remastering it. It was computers. So they had it so like the computer like fixed up different graphics and stuff. That's why a lot of stuff is like worded very weird. So there were screenshots from the iPhone remakes of the old GTA games and the PS5 version, and the iPhone one looked significantly better. Like words are all like jumbled up and everything. Like it's really weird. Like on billboards stuff, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But currently on Metacritic, a user score on PC of 0.6, PS4 of 0.7, PS5 0.9, Switch 0.5, Xbox 1.5, and Xbox Series X 0.5 user reviewed games. It is now competing to be one of the worst reviewed games by user ever on Metacritic. I think Madden 21 is the worst.
Really?
I think at a 0.2. Yeah, people hate Madden. People love Madden, but people who are tired of the same old crap, because like the games have just been
the same thing.
But once they introduced their like campaign mode, I forget what it's called. But like you run your league, your career league. That was like the most different thing, but I think that's always been a thing. I don't know, but they do very bad. That and FIFA, user critic wise, but they still sell millions, so they don't care. But
it's in the game, Ron.
Yeah, true. They, as in Rockstar, did acknowledge this, and they're going to start fixing these problems, hopefully by hand, and give people what they paid for, because it looks terrible. Like if you've seen the screenshots, it's actually...
No, I have. I haven't. I didn't know that Rockstar
doesn't release stuff like this.
I know, but like that just seems so lazy and such an oversight on their part to actually give it the green light to release. Yeah. If like that's what was going on.
Yeah,
and
that's crazy.
What's funny, Ron, is just about a year ago, we had another really great, really loved company drop a massive ball.
You know what's funny is that Rockstar a year ago, whenever Cyberpunk did terribly, they tweeted about it.
Oh, I bet they did.
And they were like, "Oh yeah, we would never do something like that." Yeah. People found those tweets.
Oh, I bet they did.
People open up their bookmark. I was like, "Well, here you are."
No, you know what? I bet whenever Rockstar tweeted that a year ago, somebody out there was like, "All right, save. You better not mess up."
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, in the age of the internet, definitely. But it's just doing really, really bad. I was never really gonna buy this anyway. But
never had any intention of it.
A lot of stuff that was supposed to not be in the game was. So like unlicensed music that was cut from the original games was actually in this game. So unlicensed music is in there. The hot coffee story mission, if you've ever heard of that, it was I forget exactly what it was, but if I remember correctly, it was sex in the game, but I think it was like a mini game of hot coffee, but they cut it from the whole game because it was getting banned from a lot of places. GTA game. I think it was San Andreas, I forget, or Vice City. But it was getting banned, I think, from Australia and a couple other places. Granted, Australia's been banning GTA, so they cut it. It's in the game. Yeah. So, like, it was terrible oversight on their end with it. But we'll see. Because people are mainly pissed, too, because this was supposed to hold you over until GTA 6. Yeah. That was the whole point of this.
Well, right, yeah.
So they just shoveled it in.
And... that's just not happening.
And here we are. Yeah. So
we haven't had any news on GTA 6, have we?
No, but there's been rumors of a Red Dead 1 remaster for new consoles, but people are now worried if this is like the treat. I doubt this is the treatment it will get now, especially with this backlash. But
absolutely,
there were some screenshots I saw of a player model like arms like 10 times the size of what they were. The reason for it is because the computer read their like baggy shirt from like 2006 graphics as like the character's skeleton. So it wanted to change like the movements, but that's why it's all like wonked.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's goofy.
I don't know how that happens. Like Take-Two is such a big company, and they're the parent company of Rockstar.
Right.
I don't know whose head that went over, but we'll see.
Yeah. Well, Ron, it sucks because no matter how bad this game is, you cannot dislike the trailer for it on YouTube.
Well, you can, but you won't see the number.
Right.
Yeah. It was funny because whenever the YouTube announcement of the dislike number going away, people started screenshotting the Justin Bieber Baby music video and saying RIP to the GOAT because that's the most disliked video on YouTube.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll pull up the actual number of it because you could still see it.
I saw somebody on the Modern Warfare subreddit. He tweeted it was a picture of Modern Warfare, of the like the remake Modern Warfare trailer with like, I think it had like 600 million likes, and then it had a picture of Infinite Warfare's trailer with like around 500 million likes. God. And they say
oh yeah,
and they're like, without the dislikes, these mean completely different things.
Right.
Yeah.
Actually, I lied. Baby is number 4 on the most disliked YouTube video at 12.4 million, which is a 38.92%. Cicada 2 trailer from Foxstar Studios is ranked number 3. I don't even know what that is. Baby Shark Dance number 2 at 14.5 million. And then YouTube Rewind 2018 is the most disliked video at 86.55%.
Board.
Exactly. 19.67 million at all, like a little over 85% of all likes and dislikes are dislikes.
That was a horrible rewind.
It's a terrible rewind. All of them have been bad since like I haven't liked any of them.
I haven't seen them in a
Maybe
while.
besides the first 2 were good, but then it just got really weird.
Yeah.
Because they never pandered. I think pandered is the correct word, but they never pandered to like the gaming audience until like later, and then they made it super cringe.
Yeah.
Extremely cringeworthy stuff. Because everyone's like, bro, PewDiePie's the most sub dude, and I don't even think he was in like the first couple rewinds.
No.
And you're not gonna just put him in because they refused to admit gaming as a part of YouTube until like they really couldn't hold it back anymore. Until Twitch took off as much as it did, they really started to put their foot down. It was so stupid, but people are making jokes, and it makes sense that the main reason they're getting rid of this is so when they post the YouTube Rewind this year, you just won't see it. Also, YouTube Rewind 2019 is the 6th most disliked video on YouTube.
Jesus.
They don't do well, but in terms of statistics for content creators, what is at least good about it is that the creator can still see the number of dislikes. So yeah. I think MKBHD on YouTube, he makes dear YouTube videos every time YouTube does something crazy, and a lot of the times they have actually watched it and give him critiques back and have actually changed stuff and went back on stuff. He made one about the dislike bar. I think that his points are extremely valid because one of them is like,
is he for or against?
He's against it.
Yeah,
he's against it. He says there was like a couple main points, one of them being, and I'm sure you've experienced this, whenever you have a problem with a piece of technology or like, how do I do this? You click on a video, 2 dislikes, 1 like, 200 dislikes. You're like, all right, close out of the video.
Yeah, no
This
shot.
guy sucks, doesn't teach me anything. All right, I'm out.
Yeah.
Now you just see 2 likes. Now then you just scroll to the comments now. Every time. That's what you're going to have to do.
Yeah.
His thing was YouTube's reason for it was because of the mental health of content creators, which makes sense if people are like dislike bombing you. However, that just moves right to comments, and that's way more personal.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and especially if they can see the number anyway, it doesn't even matter.
Exactly. So it's just a lot more personal whenever people are writing like, you know, F you, I hate you, like terrible stuff, and now people are just gonna comment dislike, and then the people,
and then
that's everyone
flood
started,
the comments with it, so you
flood
can't
the comments
find
with dislike, and then like the comments that say dislike.
Yeah.
So then that's just gonna get to the top.
Yeah.
So I don't know, and there's like a lot of stuff, and we'll see like how it happens. Like part of their reason too was Facebook and Instagram, or I guess all the Meta social medias don't use dislikes. It's funny because Twitter is actually testing dislikes.
Really?
Yeah, they're actually testing it because they want to be, from my perspective, more like Reddit.
Yeah, I agree.
And Reddit has karma and dislikes and everything. Like those the two main two, and then the whole Facebook branding, meta branding, has nothing. So they want to. They said they see themselves more along those social medias. And MKBHD's point is that they're the second most used search engine behind their parent company, Google.
Who?
So
Twitter?
YouTube.
Oh, okay.
YouTube is the second most search, has the biggest search engine besides Google.
Yeah.
So you kind of need to know what is going on. And now dislikes are important because of the algorithm. So the algorithm constantly is changing to get you the best available and most liked content.
Yeah.
So now you can be like, all right, hit like the video from, our boys.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Well, I think that's
just,
kind of the thing
really
too,
weird.
is that like with the dislikes, I think like YouTube and Reddit are, well, they're all, every social media and everything like that is like such a different beast in its own. Like I fully support removing likes and dislikes from social media or from Instagram, but like give the like say like you have to have like a content creator tier that like then you have access to seeing those things. But like, because I feel like where you put like, especially kids, where their mental health I think is more in danger is in places like Twitter, like Instagram. I don't think that it's really in YouTube. I think if a kid is making YouTube videos, yeah, they absolutely can be. Well, first off, don't you have to be 18 to put videos on YouTube? Isn't that like a thing?
My guy, I made a Facebook account when I was 11. You had to be 13. Listen, they only put that there just so you know me. How many alcohol websites I went on to when I was 18? Oh yes, I am 21. They don't, like, a lot of them don't even make you put your birth date in anymore.
Yeah.
They just click the button. That's the most, like, that's the least amount of work they can do.
Yeah, exactly.
For alcohol or for like red band trailers on YouTube.
Yeah. I don't know. I think with YouTube, like you said, like the dislike is very important. I think even on Reddit is like, well, not even on Reddit. Yeah, no, even on Reddit, it is important as well, because there's so many times where like I'll read something on Reddit and like I'll see like something with karma are called upvotes and downvotes. Yeah, I'll see something with positive karma and it's like, oh, glad I read that because that answered the question perfectly.
Or awards given to them where it's lit up in gold or red.
Yeah, exactly. But I think it's because mainly like with Reddit and YouTube, it's not necessarily like a social media, and even YouTube isn't just entertainment. Like you said, like if you want to know something about the new MacBook, YouTube is a perfect place because you're going to find some content creator who's going to break down everything about the new Mac. Or if you want to learn how to tie a tie, you're going to have it right there. It's not just a place for entertainment or like, like in the way that Instagram is, where it's just like kind of like, hey, look at me do this thing and then like me. It's more of like this, like I'm creating something, I'm doing something, I'm educating people, and some people just make entertainment. But I think it's a little, I think it's on like a lot higher of a platform than Instagram
and as someone who spends the most amount of time on YouTube than any other social media, I think it's just a really bad move. Because like I've said, there's been so many times where I go to like Easter egg videos or something.
Oh yeah, dude.
Now granted, we pretty much just have our few people we go to now, Noah J and Mr. Ruffle Waffles, and those people for that stuff. But like when we were younger, we're like, all right, we'll just go on this video, and then RIP to the 5-star rating that used to be on YouTube videos. But if you saw one with a crap ton of dislikes, you're like, all right, I'm out. Yeah, I'll go to the next one, and I'll find someone who can actually help me.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know. Like the thing is, you could still obviously dislike it, so the algorithm will still see it as a dislike, and you won't get it as much. But it's just those couple times where you'll see it, or even like videos nowadays, like with a lot of misinformation. You kind of gotta know, like, oh, this is like a no-go. What are they gonna do? They can't just ban the channel. They could.
Especially
if it's misinformation under COVID, they actually will ban your channel. But
especially if it's like stuff like there's a lot of flat Earth videos out there that have like hundreds of thousands of views, hundreds of thousands of upvotes. But compared to the dislikes, You know, just like how I said with those Call of Duty trailers, you remove the dislikes, and that seems like the video is doing very well. You know.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. I think it's dumb.
It's unfortunate. I think if they do it, I don't think it will last forever. I don't think this is something they'll stick to.
No.
I think
at the end of the day, it could have just been something that they are just testing.
Right, like Instagram did. And now I'm allowed to see everyone's likes on Instagram, which is so stupid. They should have just left it the way it is, and not been such a little bitches about it.
Yeah.
Like, I hate that they went back on their word on the likes. I think it's dumb.
I agree.
But whatever. But in other news, Zach, everyone's heard about the Travis Scott disaster at Astroworld.
But Ron, if I didn't hear about it, what happened?
Terrible security. It was just horrible planning. You would never get this at Lost Lands, but terrible security.
Or
people,
EDC.
Or EDC.
Or Wonderland.
Any EDM. Well, we're not gonna say any EDM festival. This would definitely happen. This could happen in EDC or Ultra.
It could, but
Lollapalooza.
Yeah, Lollapalooza would be where.
Yeah. But anyway, people toppled over the fence, and hundreds, if not thousands, poured into the festival. Because it was a festival. Went right through security, just ran through, rushed the gates, which then caused too many people in one stage, because why do you think Lost Lands has as many stages, as 2 stages, especially EDC? I think 200,000 people is the max capacity, and there's like 7 or 8 on the circuit grounds. There's a reason they have, X playing at one side and at the same time as like Martin Garrix or Diplo or someone else who's a headliner, because they can't have too many people in a spot.
Yeah.
Well, when your main person, Travis Scott, is going up to the stage, everyone's just going to see Travis.
Right.
And they rushed it. Too many people, which caused a lot of people to just pass out, and some get trampled on and die. There was also drugging going on as well. It was a terrible sight. 8 people died at first. Now it is up to 9 people, and hundreds are hurt.
Yeah.
A lot of money's being thrown around. You can use, God almighty, a promo code to have 1 month free of online therapy. Travis Scott was endorsed that.
Way.
Yeah. I hate that it's a promo code.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
It's I forget the company. I mean, at least like they're doing something, but like, my God.
It sounds like Travis is getting like kickback on that whatever you use.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there's just, it's really weird. But I believe it did come out that he is getting rid of his money that he earned from it and is giving it to the families.
He should,
Shout out to Roddy Ricch for doing it first.
Yeah.
IMO. Love him. I'm pissed I couldn't see him at Slip because of COVID. I really wanted to. But anyway, yes, it is up to, unfortunately, 9 people who have died. And this, obviously, caught wind of every headline in the U.S., and I'm sure the world. We only live in the U.S. Yeah. But Fortnite also removed Travis Scott's emote that, he had whenever he did the virtual concert in Fortnite.
Yeah.
So they're kind of just removing him from the game because he didn't have a skin in the game. His only mark in it was the emote, so they removed it.
Yeah. And whenever they did remove it, they didn't actually address that the concert or anything was the reason. They just kind of removed it.
I wonder why.
We know. Epic hasn't really given any information, or they've kind of refused to talk about it. Good on Epic.
Yeah, I mean,
doing great things over there.
That's just gonna happen, I mean, when was it the baby who said very homophobic things on stage, and then every venue was like, "Yeah, you're cut." Yeah, everywhere, just he got cut from every single thing. So I think, I mean, granted, this is completely different than what the baby said and did, but all eyes are a lot more heavily focused on music artists at festivals. Yeah, but at the same time,
the baby didn't kill anybody.
Well, you're right, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying they're completely different.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Headlines that are such as that are just gonna catch wind. I guarantee you, if the baby had a skin or anything in Fortnite,
definitely, it was
completely gone.
Yeah, definitely.
But Zach, we can actually talk a little bit about some Sony news now.
Yes, we can.
And the quantity of PS5s that everyone is gonna be able to find this holiday season has been cut by 1 million.
Yes,
because of the semiconductor shortage.
Yeah, so they are sadly not able to produce the amount. They wanted to hit 16 million by the end of December. Sadly, that is not a thing. They're hoping to hit 15 million. And as of a few months ago, the
March 2022.
Yeah,
not December.
As of a few months ago, the PlayStation 5 is no longer keeping pace with the sales of the PS4. It has fallen very, very low.
Mm-hmm. Which is just crazy. Due to this, because they just don't have enough.
Yeah. Which sucks also, just because it probably would have skyrocketed past the PS4.
Mm-hmm.
Like this looking like a different dimension, and see where all this stuff didn't happen. I would love to see what these numbers for the PS5 and like just for video games in general look like. Yeah, so it will be more difficult to get one if you do not already have one. It feels bad, man.
Yeah, it feels bad, man. Actually, in a little bit of good news too, I was reading on Reddit today that someone got a digital PS5 at GameStop.
Oh yeah,
they went into the store to buy Dark Souls 3, I think it was, physical edition, and some guy came in with a PS5 digital. He just wanted to sell it to GameStop, get rid of it. He just didn't want it. GameStop offered him $250. The guy buying Dark Souls offered him $300, and apparently the GameStop clerk helped him set up the PS5 and make sure it was still working and running and everything, and then was like, all right, yeah, you're good to go here. And then he gave him $300 and he got a digital edition.
That's awesome.
And he said he got in his car. Like one of his comments said, I got in the car, then I realized I have to return Dark Souls now. Because he just bought a physical edition to a digital only console. So then he walked right back in the same GameStop and just returned. I said, yeah, I can't own this, huh? And he's like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
But that game goes on sale a lot, apparently. Like, everyone in the comments was telling him, don't, just wait a bit.
Yeah, I mean, he also saved $200 on a PS5. Or I guess $100 on a PS5.
Well, if he
and it
wanted
was used,
scalpers,
so...
Yeah.
I don't know why that guy was giving it... I don't know why that guy was giving it, or was trying to sell it. Two...
Put it online,
yeah,
sir.
why are you going to GameStop? He could have sold it,
You could have just got all your money
He could have made
back.
his money back.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. Crazy.
But yeah, it was
shout out to that guy.
Yeah,
I think he needed
nice
it.
little
You know what I mean?
news. Yeah.
I think something happened that he needed.
I think fate was just like, here you go, and then you can't get your game. But yeah, that's a little bit of the Sony news. But our last piece of news, Zach, is that PlayStation might be announcing a big remake in December.
So we've talked about this before. There was a artist who was working on a soundtrack and a series of songs for a new PlayStation game. It is a remake of a big title. That is all we know about it. Everything else is speculation. Some people are thinking it's going to be Xenogears, but at this point, who knows? But they did.
Xenogears is 1998. It came out. It's definitely a long-awaited one if it is going to be.
Right. But that being said, Sony did say that they will be giving more information and making announcements in December, which lines up with the Game Awards.
Whoop.
The Game Awards has already went on record to say they are announcing 30 new games this year at the Game Awards.
30?
I think it was 30.
Well, IGN said 50, but then Jeff Keighley commented and said that's incorrect, and they had to rewrite it.
I thought it was 30.
It might have been 30. They're revealing nominees in 30
in
categories.
30 categories.
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
Yeah, IGN said that they were going to announce 50 new games, and then Jeff immediately replied to the tweet and said, "That's not right. You misquoted me. You got to fix that." And then they fixed it.
Definitely. So excited to see that. But Ron, like I said, the Game Awards are just around the corner, and if you are curious of seeing the Game Awards, you can catch the Game Awards on December 9th, which is a Thursday. Wait.
Yeah. December 9th is a Thursday.
In this tweet, it says Tuesday at 9 a.m. Wait. Or is this for...
Tuesday, tomorrow.
The nominees. Okay. Yeah. I got you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So Thursday, December 9th is going to be the date of the actual Game Awards. We will be receiving the nominees on tomorrow.
Today.
Today. the day that you guys are listening to this. So be sure to go check those out. I'm super excited. If you guys don't know, what me and Ron do every year is we have this little bracket with our friends, and we rank all the games and what we think is going to win. And then at the end, we, get bragging rights and hopefully some type of trophy that we're in the process of figuring out and trying to make.
In the process.
Yeah.
5 years in the process.
I currently am the victor from last year.
Most recent victor.
So I am hoping to hold on to that title. But
and Matt is hoping to reclaim his consistent victory.
Yes.
He won every year, right?
He won every year except the year he didn't play. I won, and then last year...
Yeah, because it was just me and you the one year, and we kind of scrapped that as like
But hey, dubs are dubs, so...
True.
But yeah, so keep an eye out for those. We will be doing a full breakdown of what our predictions are. Probably the episode before the Game Awards. So what? That would be the 4th?
Say it again, sorry?
The 4th?
4th what?
The 4th of December. We're going to record the predictions episode.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Which will,
sorry, I was reading it a little
for
bit
you guys, will be posted on the 5th. But yeah, so keep an eye out
December
for
6th,
that.
we will record. That's Monday, December 6th.
Is it Monday?
Yeah. Look at the calendar. The 4th is a Saturday.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Math is hard.
Reading is hard.
Yeah.
Time's just a construct.
Exactly. What are we even doing here?
Oh.
So yeah, guys, keep an eye out for that. We will be doing that. It'll be popping. But other than that, I think that's all the video game news we got going on.
Well, Zach, we actually have a question regarding the video game news
yes.
sent to us at psponies@gmail.com. That is AskPSPonies@gmail.com. Once a week, every week, we go over the questions, suggestions, and comments that you send us via email, and we talk about them together in public. We won't use your full name unless you're rude. Keep that in mind. So one of the questions we have is from our lovely viewer, consistent viewer, Matt. In a short question, he asked us what we think the Game of the Year nominees are going to be.
Ooh.
Deathloop. There's 6. There's, I think, traditionally 5 or 6.
I think it's 5.
I think it's 5 or 6.
5 or 6, depending on how the games go.
Yeah.
You want to just do 5?
We'll just say 5. We'll talk in we'll come down with a thing. Deathloop.
Deathloop is definitely going to be one of them, I think.
Ratchet and Clank. Forza.
Really?
I think the new Forza is doing very well.
Is it?
Granted, it had 8 million people have played the game, but
do you think
in my trying not to be a fanboy way of saying that, just Game Pass, you can get it for $1 like a month,
Yeah.
So if you're just interested, you can try it.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to sound like that guy, but like yeah, like it's easier for people who are subscribed to Game Pass just like, I'll try Forza, load it up. I'm already paying for it,
Right.
I think it's an inflated number.
Yeah, but here's my question though: if they have a driving game category.
Oh, Forza will win.
Well, yeah, but do you think they're gonna put Forza just in that category? Or do you think they're actually gonna? Do you think it's doing well enough to be in the Game of the Year?
It's doing really well. It has a 91 on Metacritic.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like Xbox's first big game.
Okay.
To launch
Cool.
in this gen, I believe.
Returnal, I think will be up there.
I'm thinking Returnal as well.
And then I think that if there's nothing else left,
Far Cry.
Yeah. But
Far Cry is just because Ubisoft games are typically just kind of thrown in there.
Yeah, because there's been a few years where Assassin's Creeds were in there, and I'm I don't know why.
Yeah,
Assassin's Creed is in this category.
It wasn't Valhalla. It was Origins. I think was
Origins, and I think
Odyssey.
I don't know if it was Game of the Year. I think it was another category that action adventure is always Assassin's Creed. They always throw an Assassin's Creed action adventure.
Potentially Hitman. Hitman did pretty well.
That's right. I forgot all about Hitman.
Yeah. Because they came out early in the year. You just kind of forget about those games.
Yeah. Jeez.
But I'm sure there's going to be something on there that's going to take us. Since
it could also just come down to a PC game or something that we haven't played.
I don't
last year Hades, we had no way of playing Hades and knowing.
That's true. Ghost Tsushima director's cut. Doubt it.
That'd be cool.
It would be interesting. I don't think it would be deserved, but
I don't know.
It's just DLC.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
But
I was talking to my coworker today. because we were talking about the Game Awards, and Halo's coming out too late, obviously, to be a part of it. So that would be like next year.
It's gonna be next year. So Halo
will be runner-up for Game of the Year next year. I think
it depends on the campaign, because I think if the campaign doesn't knock it out of the park, what's gonna end up happening is
it's just gonna be forgotten.
It's just gonna be in the competitive multiplayer game of the game.
Oh, it'll be multiplayer, and I think it will win multiplayer Game of the Year next year.
You think?
100%. At the moment, until something big comes out.
That's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair. Unless Modern Warfare 2 drops and it just slaps booty.
Call of Duties are typically on there.
No, you're right.
For the multiplayer game. It just depends. If they put One Man Army Pro, Martyrdom, Last Stand, and Painkiller, and Commando Pro, and all that crap back in, it would win. Yeah. But everyone's gonna hate it.
Oh my god, it'd be bonkers. I would love if they keep the names of the perks, but just edit what they do. I'd enjoy that.
Yeah,
I'd be a fan of that. Like One Man Army is just overkill.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool.
That actually would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But that's probably it. Like this year was kind of a slow year. But
yeah, dude. Next year's gonna be crazy.
I should say this year was more spaced out.
Mm-hmm.
Next year is everything just thrown in. Next year is gonna be so hard.
It's gonna be.
Which is why I hope I win this year, so I don't have to care next year.
Yeah.
But that's it for our question. We got our predictions. So
cool.
Let's see what happens tomorrow at noon Eastern.
Yeah, because we don't live on the West Coast on the West Coast
or anywhere else. But as soon as I'm done with work that day, I'm gonna make that Excel sheet our bracket page and then fill it in with everything new, because I made it so it'll be easy for the next year. Thank God. Thought ahead.
Yeah. We gotta figure out who's all playing and everything like that. So
I think it would just be you, me, Splatty, Aaron, and Greg.
If they do it, did they do it last year?
Yeah,
they did. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you everybody for listening to the PS Pony podcast for once a week.
Every week.
Me and my best friend Ron get together to bring you all of the video game news you need to know about. If you want to reach out to us and email us like our friend Matt did, you can always reach out on our Twitter at PSP or
AskPSPonies. That is AskPSPonies@gmail.com.
Yes, and then we do have a Twitter at PSPonies. So please reach out to us on that. If you have anything you'd like to contribute to the show, more than happy to hear from you guys all the time. And have a great week.
And be sure to dislike the video if you didn't do it, because now's your last chance. Bye.